All right, guys, well, I'm back. Let's see here. I've got me a new Bible. This one is actually, I was interested in this version, the Holman Christian Standard Bible. This is the Ultrathin Reference Bible. And I'll tell you a little backstory real quick. I was listening to some of John MacArthur's preaching this week. I listen to his podcast daily, and he mentioned that the HCSB happened to be the only Bible or only translation that actually referred to the word slave in the correct context within biblical scriptures. And I thought that was interesting, and I thought, I'm interested in different translations. I might as well try to find one at a, not necessarily the most expensive version or a genuine leather. I was just looking for something that was relatively inexpensive, and what I came across was this right here, which is your HCSB Ultrathin Reference Bible. And as you can see here, it says it's the easy read type, which I'll show you that in just a second. It's got a concordance. It's got the words of Christ in red. There are footnotes on multiple pages throughout the whole Bible. It's got a presentation page, which is just basic standard. A plan of salvation. There's beautiful maps in here. There is one ribbon marker, which is good. It says it's a lifetime guarantee. I never had to use one on one of these Bibles before from Holman, but that is certainly appreciative, or I'm appreciative for that opportunity. Just some basic boxing. I just want to tell y'all something. I found this at an Ollies discount store. This thing was normally $29.99. I got it for $10, and that's basically the whole reason why I bought it. I just couldn't pass it up for $10. You know what? This is something, if I look through this a half a dozen times, I've got my money's worth in my opinion. And we'll go ahead and unbox right here. Of course, I keep the receipt in the box for this. But let's start with just how the feel of the Bible is. This is that leather soft that it's called Mantova Black Leather Touch. It actually feels fantastic. Looking at the spine, you can see here just standard HCSB Holy Bible, and it tells you Ultrathin Reference Edition. This thing is about an inch thick. Gold gilded pages. There's no writing in it. You'll hear it kind of cracking over a little bit here. The presentation page, if you guys can see this, it's glued incorrectly, which this might be why I always had it. There's another thing I want to point out here in the back. You'll see down here in the bottom corner, the thread is not correctly, or somebody's picked it out. It's, this Bible was not sealed. The box was not sealed when I got it, so it's understandable somebody could have done this. However, for $10, I am not complaining right now. But I'm just going to point out a few flaws or a few opportunities this Bible had. And this might be something that's covered by warranty, I don't know. But birth pages right here. Of course, we just went through the presentation page. It's got marriages, some occasions to remember page. This is all valuable in any Bible. And you got a desk page, which, take a look at this, once again, glued incorrectly. I would say this is incorrect. It just doesn't make sense why they would do this. But your front page here, let's see, we'll get this zoomed in just a little bit. All right, here we go. We'll move this box out of the way. Now it says this is online it says it's a lay flat as well, which it will lay flat once you get it open about midways. But I think after you break it in, it would certainly get there. Of course, your contents page. This one is what does it say? This one was copyrighted in 2012. The copyright dates back to 1999 by Holman Bible Publishers. So the contents, of course, it breaks down the page numbers on where the different various books of the Bible are located. We'll go back down here to the God's Plan. It's got some additional material down here at the bottom. You'll see here God's Plan for Salvation, the HCSB Introduction, commonly used abbreviations, bullet notes, and the concordance. Of course, once again, this glue down here, when you fold it open, you'll see that it's presented, and it's not too bad, but it does kind of bother me a little bit. Go to the next page. The next page, it just basically says the God's Plan of Salvation. Right there it is. And over here, the introduction to the Holman Christian Standard, which is a great summation of what the Bible is. And the textual base, which is very, very impressive. On to the actual scripture. We'll show you just a quick couple of pages here, and just let's go to Genesis real quick. I'm just going to start right here. This is your text, which is readable. It's got an unusual font, so it is readable, very readable. Center, you like that? It's got your reference points in the center, and at the bottom of some pages it's going to have other reference opportunities, which is nice to have. It's not as, I guess it's not as easy to follow as a ESV study Bible and a MacArthur study Bible. However, this is not what the intention. This is just a reference Bible. This is not to be used as a study Bible. It's just a reference point, which I can appreciate that. I'm going to go on back here and get you to some of the New Testament, which we won't go way back. There we go. And as you can see, we get in the New Testament. That's when you start seeing the words of Christ in red, which I love it. It actually looks really good. It almost looks like the pages they are not quite on line with each other. As you can see, the bleed through just a little bit. They're very close, but they're not perfect when it comes to every page being this way. Now, like on this page, however, you can see that the lines run right along each other, and it's very nice. But not every page does that. This is an inexpensive Bible. I don't expect it to be that way. We're going to get back onto the back here. Like I said, I'm going to try to do this quick while my kids are behaving. Let's see here. There we go. The colored maps. Colored maps look fantastic. Of course, now my shadowing is coming in here. The migration of Abram from Genesis. There's the route of the Exodus. We've got, what is this one? The trial allotments of Israel. Just a quick summation of that. The kingdoms of Israel and Judah, the Palestine, and the time of Christ. I mean, these are great looking maps. They really are. Soft, leather soft, but you can see where it's got the creasing up here. This is definitely the binding is pressed on, I guess. Cardboard, it's not like a plastic with thicker pages at the end and beginning to keep it, I guess, to keep it in line. The Bible feels great, guys. It is certainly something I would read alongside. This would not be my sole translation by no means. I would me personally, I have been torn between the King James, the ESV, and the NASB for the longest time. I do find myself going back to the ESV more and more recently. However, I still read my King James alongside of my ESV on a regular basis. My daily readings they're there, and my bedside Bible is one of my ESV study Bibles. My daily carry Bible, I rotate it between one of my ESV personal size study Bibles and my King James. If you've seen my previous videos, I've got a little blue King James. That was fantastic. I've been using that one as well as a little daily carry, rotating them in and out. Overall, I think this is a decent translation for anybody to use in comparison to other biblical translations that you're familiar with. And who knows, you might be somebody that is very familiar with the Holman Christian Standard. I've got a very good friend that told me the first Bible he ever got was an HCSB. And I thought that was unusual because we both grew up in the same area. And the majority of the people that I grew up with are King James Version or the occasional NIV if somebody's that may be a newer Christian. But it's amazing, and I didn't realize that he'd used the Holman Christian as a young child, or a younger adult. But guys, that is it for today. I just wanted to do a quick video update. I need to get some more out. I've got a few great ideas that I plan on getting out, and look forward to seeing you all in the future. God bless and have a great one.